From the time he was a little boy, Owen Curry wanted to join the Marines. And when he graduated from high school, he did.
Owen's coming, wait.
This is Owen, surrounded by his family after returning from a 7-month deployment in one of the most dangerous provinces in Afghanistan. But this isn't a story about Owen. It's about the family he left behind and the battles they fought while he was away.
When he first went over there, like, I would go on Google Earth and I would zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And if you have any idea of Afghanistan, there's like nothing there. Like there's like one road going through it. But I got down as far as I could and it made me feel a little bit closer to him. That's where he is, you know.
Owen enlisted in the military, but his mom, she was drafted.
I am 200% patriotic. I love my country, I support my country. But when I think about losing my son, it's a whole different perspective.
You know, my mother used to tell me, oh, your father never had a gray hair until you went to Vietnam. And I always thought, oh, Mom, come on, yeah. But, and then I realized now what they were going through. Every time the phone rings.
It's like this weird shadow is hanging over you. Like, you don't think about it every minute, but you are always worrying about something. And then you remember every once in a while, like, oh yeah, now I remember why.
So, this is the Owen folder. This is where I keep everything. Here's his letters.
Get into it.
You can see that they're few and far between, and you know, I guess I should have sent him with stationery because, like, he's got little pieces of paper and stuff like that.
You don't really think about home that much until it gets towards the end. Then it's all you think about. For about the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's about the only thing you think about.
Back home, 7 months was an eternity. There were some dark moments when Pattie tried to prepare herself for the worst. But there were also some beautiful moments, like when strangers would notice her military mom's sweatshirts or the bumper stickers on her car.
I was heading down 287 and I had heard from him and it was very emotional and I was in a bad space. And I remember I was crying. And I think I saved my tears a lot for when I was alone. And this car is like getting on my butt, right? And he's, all of a sudden he shifts from behind me and he's driving up alongside of me. And I'm like, okay, like, you know, oh good, I guess I can still turn heads or whatever. And as he pulls up alongside of me, he gets like right alongside me. So I have to turn to look at him. And he has a picture of a Marine. And it was the same photo that Owen's there. It was a wallet size, and he went like this in his driver's side. And that's all he did. And I just broke down and crying my eyes down 287 because that picture said to me, you're not alone, I know what you're going through, and I just need to tell you that. And it was amazing.
There are no big homecomings for Vietnam vets. No billboards in their hometowns, like this one for Owen. Pattie says her brother Paul was never the same after he came back.
And I thought about Rocco and I thought about Paul and what it was like for them to come home from Vietnam and not have anybody there. And so I said, what can I do? I'm a doer. What can I do? And it hit me. It came from somewhere. Oh, we're going to get this together, and we are all going to the airport. I am so glad we are all here to welcome them home. It means a lot, you know. It means a real lot.